Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Aretha. I go online as simply Aretha, but because you could just call me Aretha. Yeah, I wanted to continue my reactions to the episodes for Anne Rice's Interview with the Vampire. I have been watching. I haven't been watching them. I've seen kind of now that I've done the reaction, like it's like the internet's listening to you. So now everyone is like sending me all these clips. I'm like, TikTok, Twitter, whatever, like YouTube. I'm like, I've actually watched so many people's reactions to them so far. And I've been trying to keep it limited to episode one because I haven't watched episode two yet. So I figured I would continue my reaction and hopefully catch up. I'm trying to release at least one a week. So I'm trying to keep these kind of going and yeah, keep doing my reactions. And thank you so much for everyone who has watched the video, liked the video, subscribed, and also commented below. I really appreciate and love reading your comments. Um, yeah, after actually watching a lot of the reaction videos, I was actually reminded of things that were in the books. And especially the vampire Lestat. And so it was good, like refresher, especially in the comments below, of like having that dialogue between kind of my thoughts and other people who've read the books and stuff like that. Haven't read. I used to read Queen of the Damned all the time because it was my favorite book. But I think I only read the other books like once, and it was such a long time ago. So I was like trying to remember like what actually happened in the book. um, but I mean, I do know a little bit of things that kind of were jogged my memory from listening to the other reactions and also some of the clips on like TikTok and stuff. So I was trying not to watch them. Anytime I saw one, I was like, no, and just kind of like closed it down and tried really hard not to watch it. But yes, thank you so, so much. Anyways, let's continue on. I wanted to give you my fresh perspective. Again, way I watched it last time, I actually watched it on the AMC website, but I did see that I could actually get it through Amazon Prime. So hopefully now that I've done it through this, I'm not going to get any commercials. Although that might be a good or bad thing because I was actually taking the opportunity that when the commercials were playing, I was muting them in the background and then kind of giving my thoughts and reflections. Whereas here, I'm going to be more cognizant of pausing them and then maybe giving you like some more additional comments. But I have no idea what's happening this episode. So let's watch it together.
To serve. Mr. Depois-Dulac will join you at course 7.
7? But how many courses are there? Fattening me up for the inevitable end?
7 courses? Oh my god, I'm hungry. Oh, this looks good.
You missed at least 3 or 4 endangered species.
I want to apologize for my outburst earlier. I can assure you it will not happen again.
I didn't realize that was Grey Worm. I didn't realize that was him at all. I was like, oh, I was like, what? No. And I had to like Google it and figured out it was. But I was like, something about him looks very different. And I don't know, like, so I don't know because so also if you don't know, this actor also goes by the artist name Richie Riley as well. And I'm a big fan of Richie Riley. I also listen to their music, and I think I was first introduced to them as someone who like, um, you know, with like Grey Worm also sings, and this is the artist name that they go under. And then when I was introduced to that, I love their songs. I like listen to them on repeat. But yeah, I had a hard time realizing that this was him. To me, he looks very different. And I don't know if it's just because he's aged, he is a little bit older. Um, I mean, he was quite young in, in Game of Thrones, but I I definitely think he looks a little different. So, I don't know. Was I the only one? Like, did you notice that he kind of looked different? I don't know. Just thought I would say.
We live off the blood of the living. Lap up the blood of the deceased and it'll suck you right down into death along with your victim.
Eee. Jay.
Louis.
There's a spark.
Just to be clear here, gents, we are here to talk about farm equipment. Am I right?
Yeah.
And streamlined tractor.
For sure.
Not only going to increase your harvest, it's going to keep your child from tears. Oh, thank you. On your sleeve.
Whenever you're ready, Louis.
Oh, sorry.
The neck. Bite the neck, Louis. No. No, you don't bite the blood. You suck it.
You don't bite the blood, you suck it.
I need to go home.
It's sun outside. He just finished saying you needed to not go outside. Ow, that looks like that hurts.
I ain't sleeping in there.
It's okay. You can be on top.
Okay, so far, we're seeing a couple things. Again, I think it's doing what it did the first season, or the first episode, which is like dropping little things that happened in the book, but still moving the story along. Like them sleeping in the same coffin for the first night, and that whole thing about him being on top. I believe I remember that in the book.
Now, I know it's hard to see it now.
So I'm
but
assuming
Mr.
he
Philbin
took
gonna
the
have
job
himself the
then.
most profitable
Please
sport
tell me
now
you didn't
since
take the
Basis
10 or
Street.
15%.
The alderman certainly thinks so, but then you have to
Was I
ask
missing
yourself
that?
why he sent me.
That's clever, my boy. It's very clever.
Right.
Well, you really do have a mind inside that head of yours, don't you? I
You
overseeing all
sound
stages
very
of construction as
condescending.
well?
Yes,
Huh?
Oh, fine.
Can we kill him now?
Exceptional Negro. Thank you, sir. It was the call and response of my entire life. They all came from the same organ inside me. An organ unknown to science at the time, because what scientists would look for an organ found only in black men who used their weakness to rise. But I wasn't a man anymore. I was something else. I have powers now, and decades of rage to process, and it was both random and unfortunate the man picked that night to dabble in fuckery. If not him, would have been the next man.
Louis, my boy!
Good job.
This was your man's escort I sent to these states.
I was hungry.
Stone's throw from your
I
place of business.
co-sign
What
that.
do you think?
Disrespecting me.
How did he do that?
He told me I did a good job.
You are a library of confusion.
It's because you're a white man, you don't
Yes, let's have
understand.
this conversation again.
Colored, white, Creole, French, queer, half queer, mostly queer. What is it?
Non-discriminating.
Complicated situation we got here is what I'm saying.
You know what's
For
funny?
the record, if disrespect was done to you, I would have killed him myself.
Aw. I will say this. You can already tell by the shot of like coming up into this room and having the two coffins, like you could tell like what kind of style like Lestat is, and then like Louis' style. So in this room already, it's like two furnitures already clashing. Like, I know, I'm like analyzing. Listen, I'm an analyzer. Let me be. But yeah, you could like see how like it's like fancy, extravagant, you know, and his is like clean, prestige, you know, just very, yeah. I like the contrast. I feel like this is a great shot.
We named him Benjamin. Benny. Did you even meet the twins?
Oh, ma'am.
Ma'am. I look that old to you?
No, I mean, I haven't had the pleasure.
Wait, so this is
Need
their
more
third
than
child. I
family.
feel like time's
So busy
running very
working,
fast.
you know?
Is it just me? Happening? Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. Put that baby down. Put that baby down.
All right, here it is. Still warm. Well,
No, please.
you look good. Let's see if it goes back down. Let's see. Okay. Let me just see what the heck's going on.
No, 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 no. Take the baby. Take the baby. Oh my God. No. I said put the baby down. Put the baby down. Put the baby down right now. Put the fucking baby down.
I no longer kill. My last victim was in the year 2000.
Some Y2K disagreement?
I want our readers to understand that.
Okay. Did you eat the baby?
I sit here, a master of my instincts. Most of them are slaves to the
You didn't
blood.
eat the baby, did you?
Exhausted from decades, centuries of hiding, giddy to increase their numbers.
Two questions. Did you eat the baby? And is the pandemic the opening they've been waiting for? Guys
Stop
have a thread
avoiding
on
the
8chan?
question.
I hear them.
Did you
Our
eat
thoughts can
the
travel thousands of
baby?
miles to one
Yes
another.
or no?
Stand out on my balcony, close my eyes, and they're plotting speech to me. Life.
Did you eat the baby?
Or the Arab youth whose family were wiped
you
from
eat the
existence
baby?
by a Western drone. No,
Did
I'm
you-
sure you're right. Hello, Damek.
You like Dubai?
I haven't had the time to sightsee.
Go
Okay.
to Kite Beach. It's good.
The baby.
Don't you dare.
I had him in my arms. I was ready to tear into him. I'm never gonna get control over it.
You've been skipping meals lately. Don't think I haven't noticed.
It's my nephew.
You have to stop seeing them, Louis. I'll grow
My heart
fearful of you if
hurts.
I haven't already.
My heart hurts.
It's a
How
rite of
dare
passage
you
for
play
all
with
of
my
us.
emotions?
If you love your
Damn
family as I
you.
know you do, spare them all the pain that you're
Oh.
causing them.
Ain't never gonna have a family of my own, am I?
Okay, so one of the things that I wanted to say that I totally I don't think I mentioned last time, but if you read like Queen of the Dam, but also the Vampire Lestat, the Vampire Lestat actually goes into a lot of detail about uh Lestat's life. And it was true when he had that dinner party when he was talking about like, oh, in episode 1, like, oh, like, you know, like I was in a monastery, blah blah blah. Like he actually did want to be a priest. And I think that's why I was talking about like the loneliness, like and the companionships that he's constantly seeking through his journey of like whatever he does. Um, because he has the biggest loneliness of all, which is he always wanted to be closer to God because he wanted to be a priest and all that, right? Like when he was saying like, "Oh, there's an ocean between me and God," it's because even now, as an immortal with this dark gift, even if he dies, he knows he's not going to go to heaven. He knows that's not what's meant for him. And if you actually, that's what I was saying. If you ever want to read a really good book that tells you the lore of how Anne Rice's vampires are created, read The Queen of the Damned. And it actually tells you how and how it's actually in their blood and how the first vampire was created. But yeah, it is true. Like his whole thing is like that he's afraid to be alone. He's constantly seeking companionship because the thing that he wants the most is he wanted to be with God. He wanted to be a priest. He wanted that life. And it was kind of taken away from him in this whole process. So, in that sense, he's trying to fill that void with other things. And he thinks he's found it in his companion, which is Louis, because he feels like a sort of kinship to him, um, like a spiritual like connection kind of thing. Um, yeah.
There was one issue, however, that threatened to pop the bubble of our Italian holiday. And that was the tenor playing Ernesto. To be kind, he did not live in the soprano's vocal stratosphere.
Oh, goodness.
And Lestat was unamused.
You are breaking everything.
I don't understand how someone like that can make it onto a stage.
Son, someone's brother. And he was to be butchered for what?
Singing
An offending
horribly.
note?
I mean, it's more than one note. He's giving him singing lessons. So that's the end of second episode. Two things. I'm glad that one person died for being so condescending and just an alt-right asshole. And two, I'm glad he didn't eat the baby. I kid you not, my heart stopped. I don't know if you could see my reaction. I was so scared for that baby. Like, oh my god. Oh, yes. um yeah, again, a great episode. I really loved it. Great acting. I like it how the characters are like kind of coming into their own, and even after transition, like even though they're fighting this like this urge and trying to come to grips with this new way of life, they're still like there's still like the humanity, plus there's a freeing nature of it as well. Um where um although there's holding up pretenses that he doesn't have certain power or responsibility or respect, which is what Lestat kind of brings to him, um, he still has to hold up pretenses. And I don't know if that makes it worse or if it makes it better, because it's like secretly they're like, I could kill you all kind of thing. But it is the time of the era, right? So it's still things where, like uh, you know, like human rights, like we still have issues now. So I mean, you could imagine how they were back then. So yeah, I could definitely see that struggle between like, oh, and I kind of really like that they did this shift of casting this actor to play Louis, because I think it adds that extra something to it as well that also gives it a little bit of difference, but also doesn't change the character. Because actually, I think it was someone who wrote in my comment about they're maintaining the essence of what uh, Anne Rice was trying to achieve with this story. But like I said, Lestat is actually the main character in all the books, right? So Lestat is her alter ego, her lover, her child. Like, like Lestat represents so many things for her. And his story is actually like, featured in majority of the things. I mean, Lestat even has their own book as well, and also is a major component in Queen of the Damned. Um, and he does continue throughout the books and through this journey of the Vampire Chronicles. So, um, I mean, there's some other side books that you learn more and more about other people as well too, but um, yeah. But I think it's very interesting, and I can't wait till the next episode and watch that as well. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, like, leave a comment, answer my question below, and yeah, if you want to follow me anywhere else, I am simply Aretha on all social media, on Twitch, on Twitter, on Instagram, on TikTok, um, everywhere is simply Aretha, all one word, simply Aretha, which is my name. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.